I've been a freshwater fisherman for many years, both in the UK and abroad. Today I want to talk briefly about floating bait fishing on the surface of the water. Whether you use bread, boilies or pellets, this method can be very successful. However, it does have one big major disadvantage, and that is it's attractive to wildfowl. And if a duck comes along when you've got your floater and offering in the vicinity, you are really forced to move it. There's not an alternative. However, what I've done is I've developed a little device which I've named Duck Sentinel. Now, Duck Sentinel is quite small, it's transparent, about the size of a palm of a man's hand, and it has little buoyancy gauges on the side which look like pellets to a feeding fish and act as an attractant. The main key features of Duck Sentinel is that you do not have to move your bait when ducks are in the water. Now, Duck Sentinel I've used very successfully in the margins, and it can be cast also great distances. This is Duck Sentinel. I will now give you some footage of its use. To attach Duck Sentinel to your main line, take your main line, pass through this eyelet here, lowest eyelet, into the centre of the dome. From the centre of the dome out again through this eyelet, over into this eyelet, back inside the dome. Attach a hook or hair rig with the offering, and try and attach the hook at the top. Take the line back towards the reel so that the floating offering is level with the surface of the water. Attach a stop so that it holds that position. The reason why this is so is that the line is kept from the water and not seen by the fish. When this has been achieved, you then close up with your bait. You can actually have additional free offerings inside Duck Sentinel. These two tabs, pull them together and wind a couple of winds of PVA string round. It's then aerodynamic, ready for casting. If you take Duck Sentinel and you attach to the rear ventilation hole a small length of nylon line, perhaps half a metre, with a loop through the ventilation hole, the other end of the length of nylon line you attach a controller float. You can fill the controller float with different types of level of water to add the desired weight. You then attach in the normal way to the main line, and then you can actually cast considerable distances. Duck Sentinel controller float. Long distance casting.